There we go. Technical difficulties again. I gotta get this started out. Welcome back, guys. If this is your first time watching the show, it's a show just for us to hang out, talk about fishing or whatever else is happening in our lives while we're quarantined. And yeah, it's a place for us to kind of hang out. It's fun. Nothing too serious. It's a place for us to just chill. All right, I see people already on here. Colin in the house. What's up, Colin? So I set up another camera so I can turn this way and be kind of like still facing you guys when I'm reading the comments. So let's go to that real quick before we start the show, just to say hi to everybody coming in. Oh, there you are. Oh, gotta move my mic. Okay, cool. So moving the mic over. All right. So let's see. Colin's in. I see 12 viewers already on. That's great, guys. Thanks for jumping on here. There you are. Okay, let's see. Where's the chat box not coming up? Okay, gotta look into that. Okay, cool. Just watched the second part from yesterday. Oh, cool. Didn't get a chance to see it live. Yeah, sorry. It's weird. Like every time I start this app, it's giving me new tools and stuff and gives me new functionality, but it's also giving me lots of pain. So yeah, it's a learning process, I guess. But yeah, it's working. It seems stable. The stream is solid. I think we should be good to go for starters. Let's see. There's a chat here, so I don't have to look at the other screen. Perfect. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So I see people already jumping on here. I see Colin's in the house. Another Flores is in the house. One-handed angler. What up, Nern? SD Anglers, I haven't met you. I haven't met you? I think I have. I just don't recognize the name. Welcome. And Fishing with Uncle Dan. What up, Jordan in the house? All right, Jordan, hopefully you can call today. I hope you're not busy at work. I know it's been crazy. Okay, so I'm going to switch screen. I'm going to switch cameras, and we're going to kick off the show. So it seems like we got enough people in here. Got 14 people in the house. Guys, before we kick off the show, make sure you guys give this show a thumbs up so that more of the subscribers get the notification and that the show has begun. Here we go. It's 2. Yeah, there it is. Boom. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to keep doing that until it wears off because right now it seems pretty new to be able to switch cameras like that. Sorry to Mr. Rogers, you guys, right now, because I thought I was going to wear the sweater, but it's actually getting hot. Okay, so let's kick off the show with the theme song. I picked this track because it's slow and mellow, and it's going to get us in the right mood to relax. Here we go. All right. Welcome back to the show. Happy Hour with Roman. I'm Roman, and this is just a show for us to hang out, talk about fishing, or the lack of fishing. Talk about your quarantine status. Talk about whatever's on your mind that's safe for work. This show is not for kids, but still like to keep it profanity free. But yeah, hope you got yourself a nice refreshing drink. And cheers. I had to time it for that pause. So tonight I'm having just regular old stevia sweetened soda. I'll show you guys. It's called Zevia. I'm still on that keto diet. Trying not to have any sugar. Working so far, I feel good. All right, guys. So I see you guys in the house. I see a lot of thumbs up. Right on, right on. I'm gonna put the phone number up on the screen. And whenever you guys are ready, feel free to call in and talk about whatever's on your mind. Let's do it. All right. So numbers up on the screen. Got my notepad, got my pen, ready to take some notes. Let's do a specific thing today. Let's do maybe call in if you want to share your favorite spring lure and how you fish it. That'd be fun. Let's do that. All right, that's the end of the theme song. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed listening to it. It makes me want to chill out. It reminds me of like just, I don't know, just hanging out, relaxing. Calms me down. Hope it calms you down too. So let's read through some of these chats real quick, and then while we wait for a call to come in. All right, let's see. Oh, gotta move the mic over. Okay, so let's see. We got. All right, let's see. So another Flores just watched the second part of yesterday's broadcast. Yeah, it was weird, guys. Like it crashed in the middle of the beginning, or it crashed right in the beginning, and then I had to restart it, and then unfortunately, you guys all didn't get notification. It was weird, and then you got a notification when it was over that there's a new video that posted. So that's what happened. So if the session drops out and we haven't officially ended the show, I'm gonna come restart the stream, and then you guys can go in there and rejoin to watch, because otherwise you won't get the notification until it's over. Okay. All right. We see SD Anglers in the house. Okay, above the hook. What up, guys? Let's see. Pirate Sailor's back in the house. What up? Okay, well, I'm busy right now. I'll show you guys in a second, okay? Cool. That's it. That's the story of my life right there. Coronavirus quarantine. The kids are home all day, and they come and ask for random things all the time, and it does knock you off of your concentration when you're trying to do your work. But hey, it's what everybody's going through. Okay, so I see. Let's see. Dan's back in the house. What up, Dan? Mike is in the house. What's up, Mike? And cool. All right. So the phone is up on. Oh, the phone's not on the screen. There we go. The phone should be back on the screen. Let's see. There it goes. Okay, phone's back on the screen. Sorry. Okay, cool. So yeah, see, that's what's weird, because like I'll talk for a little bit and then the stream kind of flakes in and out, and then like I'm not sure if it's still going. But yeah, so thanks for the update there, Jordan. Okay, so it's going. All right. So phone is up on the screen. Feel free to call in, and let's get this conversation going. So the status update. I've been watching the news, and they're basically closed down all the beaches here, all the parks, and it's getting pretty crazy. But I think if everybody stays in, it will at least lower the rate of infection. So guys gotta do that. That's kind of what I'm doing this show now, trying to keep you guys entertained, give you guys something to do, so you don't go crazy at home, and also so I don't go crazy at home. So how are you coping with having to be at home so much? If you're used to going out, you can put that in the chats, or you can call in and we can talk about it. All right, Colin asked a question. He said, how long do I think Mission Bay will be closed? I think it'll be closed for a long time. I'm talking like, so if you think about New York was like about 2 or 3 weeks ahead of us as far as like infections and their infection rate and stuff, and they're still getting a lot of infections. It's still going up, right? And they just started, well, they didn't just start, but like they were quarantining in place before we were, right? So, I mean, I don't want to be a bearer of bad news, but it's going to be a while, because we have to go through at least 2 to 3 weeks before we're at the same infection rate or the same infection numbers as like New York, and they're not done with it still. They're still kind of it's still going up. They're not over the hump yet, right? So yeah, it's going to be a while. That's my prediction, based on what I've been reading and what I've been watching on the news. So yeah, I want to be optimistic, but let's also be realistic, right? It's going to be a while. So yeah, I know. sorry, Colin. Yeah, it's going to be, but like some people are still going out. I personally, I think if you're going out to fish on your own and you're not around people, I don't see the problem. But there's also the unintended like interactions you might have if you do go out fishing on your own. Like, say you have to go get gas. Now you have to get exposed to like the gas pump, right? So now you have to be out there doing something, and that's like an exposure, right? or if you or if something happens to you like on the way or like while you're there, so you get a hook in your hand and you have to go to the hospital. So that's like way more interactions than you need to be having. Or if you step on a stingray, or if you, I don't know, get into an accident, heaven forbid, right? All that is you having to have more interaction with more people. So that's what we're kind of trying to avoid. Trekker326 asked if anybody got a ticket for fishing from shore yet. Not that I know of, but Dog Dude Drone got a warning by the lifeguards yesterday for fishing the Mission Bay. So yeah, they're definitely looking for people fishing. Okay. Another Flores91 asked, cleaned up. Oh yeah, this dude was doing to keep himself busy. He cleaned up his garage, and he started working on fixing up 3 old custom built PCs. Oh, nice, dude. Cool. Okay, so I've been doing a little bit of computer stuff on the side too. Like I've been working on my setup here, working on a little bit on my backdrop. I might put up some shelves up here. But yeah, it's you got to pretty much take care of all the stuff that you've been putting off because you're home. And also one thing that I do want to recommend to you guys, I know it's a little bit off topic and I don't want to sound too preachy, but take some time for yourself. I mean, you're kind of stuck at home, and you might be tempted to just kind of keep yourself entertained by even watching videos like this, or playing video games, or doing something else. It's kind of like it's still fun, and it's entertaining, but it's not necessarily like life changing, right? And I'm not saying you need to be working on changing your life, but like I tend to do things that will gain me a skill set, right? So like if you're a painter, if you've been into drawing for a long time, get back into drawing. If you're a guitar player, get back into guitar playing. Like yeah, you can still do video games and all that other like random stuff that is just kind of like a time waste, really. But dedicate yourself at least part of your newfound free time, quarantine time, to bettering yourself in one way or another, right? It could be anything. If you thought about writing a book, now's a good time to write for an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, and next thing you know, by the time the quarantine is over, you'll be ready to publish your book, right? If that's your thing. Or if you're into drawing, draw every day for like 10, 15 minutes, right? It's gonna build a good habit, and then you'll be bettering your skill set, or even better, learn a new skill set. Like another Flores is working on building 3 computers right now. That's cool. Are those for you, or are you selling those, or what's the deal with that? Let me know in the comments, or call in and let me know. Another follow-up question would be, what are you guys doing to keep yourself busy? Like what's the what's your backup hobby to fishing, basically? What's your second hobby when you're not able to go out and fish? Uncle Dan said he's gonna do some manscaping. Hopefully it's for yourself. Hopefully it's of yourself. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Cool. All right. Type in the chat. What are you? Hello from Dango. That's right. Let me know what you're drinking tonight. That's so funny. Yeah. Any questions, guys? Feel free to pop them in there. If I don't know the answer for something, I'm not gonna make something up. I don't like to talk about stuff I don't know. But I do have knowledge to share. That's funny. So funny. Cool. All right. Let me see if okay, guys, if you want to call in, now's a good time to call. The number's on the screen. Let's see if we can get any callers today. Last couple of days, it's been pretty good. Mario, what's up, dude? Welcome to the live stream. I see you popped in there. Question: even though everything's closed, what do you think about fishing in the bay? So even though everything is closed, I think fishing in the bay is awesome, but you probably can't get to fish on the bay. So in general, I think fishing in the bay is awesome. With everything being closed, I think you're kind of asking for trouble. I I wouldn't want to be the first angler to get a ticket for being out fishing. But then again, if I did get a ticket for being out fishing, I would probably fight it. But again, now you're interacting with people, right? So that's kind of what you want to avoid. So that's my answer, kind of. All right, here's another question. Here's from another florist, 91. Every few years, something goes bad. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. So another florist was following up on my question about why he's building computers. And that's cool. He builds one up, and then as it fails, and then he'll have a couple of spares, and then when that one starts to fail, he'll kind of work on the next one. That makes sense. And then you pass down the older computers to your nephews. That's perfect. That's kind of what I've been doing with my kids. I got them a little, it's called a Raspberry Pi. So for those of you who don't know about this stuff, it's it's basically a computer that's the size of like this, right? It's like a size that's like 4 inches by 3 inches. It's got USB ports, monitor outputs, a sound output. It's a port that's the output sound, and it's got a full graphics card. No, not full graphics card, but it's got a graphics chip on it, and the processor's pretty decent, and you can run a bunch of stuff on it, including a version of Linux, which is an operating system that the kids can learn to program on. So I set them up on a big screen, and they're like having fun with this piece of software called Scratch. MIT put it out. It's basically a programming language for kids, where they don't have to know how to write the code. They actually click and drag blocks that do different things. So it looks like a game, but in reality, they're learning about all of these coding. What's it called? Like structures and like loops and like flows of how programs work. And then later on, if they decide to learn like actual code, they'll already be familiar with the concepts that they've been using these blocks for. So it's kind of cool. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so the Mario followed up on his question about he thought it would be a good food source, and I think that was everybody's initial thing, is that they were going to say that they're getting food. It's essential, right? But the lifeguards didn't seem to care. It's a little bit of mixed information because they have the lifeguards telling you to get off the beach and not fish, while there's people playing on the playground and there's people walking up and down the boardwalk, but they were telling Dog Dude Drone to get off the beach. So that was weird. And then yesterday or this morning, somebody sent me a clip of a California Department of Fish and Wildlife put out a post saying that fishing is open and that you can fish as long as you stay 6 feet away from each other. So yeah, I think it's a jurisdiction thing, I guess, at that point. Like the Coast Guard controls the San Diego lifeguards control the bay, I guess, but Department of Fish and Wildlife can still cite you, I guess. So I don't know. It really might be a mix of just depending who you come across, right? So I don't know if you want to risk it, go ahead and risk it. But I think the official order is you get a misdemeanor, which is $1,000 fine, and that would suck. So that's the status update. That's all I know so far. Ooh, I see Cave Dog. What up? Cave Dog, are you raising your hand because you want to ask a question? Just go ahead and ask. I'm just kidding. Or are you saying what's up? All right. It's weird that I'm not getting phone calls, guys. I think something might be wrong. But okay, let's see. There it goes. Okay, here's another one from Alex. Oh no, this is from Ryan from Above the Hook. Alex is selling his prongler now. If anyone is interested, that's funny. All right, so what year is it? Call in and we'll promote Alex's we'll promote Alex's hobby prongler. That'd be a good deal. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, right. It's weird. So, Jordan, are you at work or are you available for to call in? Just, I want to see if you could call in and rap with me for a little bit. Yeah, that's so funny. All right, guys. So, let's see. What else can I rant about that would be somewhat entertaining? Let's see. I've been I recently put out a video of fixing my rudder line. So, um, and then at the end of that video, I mentioned that I'm going to be upgrading my rudder. It's a bigger one. So I just haven't done it because I'm trying to do a before and after, kind of like I want to fly the drone over the kayak and then show like a figure eight. I mean, like me steering the kayak in a figure eight, and then have like something that you can relate to for like size, like maybe a dock or something, and then do the repair, and then come back to that same spot, fly the drone in the same location, and then do that same figure eight to see if the turns are tighter or see if it's more, see if it has better control with a bigger rudder. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so I have Trekker326 I think he asked a question. Let's see. When you guys lose gear in La Jolla, do you post it up on Facebook or anything? Assuming it's not too deep, a diver should be able to recover it. That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that, but I think we should start posting that kind of stuff. And it is super shallow. A diver can easily recover that. You don't even need scuba. You could just like free dive in and scoop stuff up. The only thing is that there's days when there could be current there, and wherever you think you dropped it, it's gonna get moved a lot because there's a lot of there's surf. So it could either get buried or just get moved. So where you think you dropped it, it won't be there. So you kind of have to comb the whole beach. It would almost have to be like you lose something, you take your kayak to the beach and stash it somewhere, and then you put on your mask and snorkel and fins and go look for your stuff. Like it has to be like that quick. Otherwise, it's gonna get moved around, or someone else might find it. Um, yeah, that's kind of the my advice on that. And actually, thanks to this question, I might start taking my fins and mask and snorkel on my La Jolla trips, just in case I do end up taking a spill and losing something. I can recover something pretty quick. I think a lot, like maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago, there was a guy who fished here a lot. He moved to Florida. He lost his drive there, and I went that same day to go look for it for him, but I couldn't find it. It was just, I think it just got swept away. So yeah, you can recover stuff, but you got to do it pretty quick. Let's see. Down in SD, what's up? Just jumped in. Thanks for jumping on. We're just talking about random stuff and losing gear in La Jolla, and if we have a community place where we post lost gear. I think we don't have that critical mass yet in Spotty Republic where we can post something and have enough people to be on the lookout. So a good place for that would probably be like sdfish.com would probably be a good place, or Big Water's Edge. There's a lot of La Jolla kayak fishermen that are on bigwatersedge.com. So those two forums would be a good place to list if you lost something. And also, like, you want to like engrave your stuff so that if you do lose it, somebody can at least be able to find you when they're trying to get it back to you. Because if you just lose a drive and there's no kind of markings on it, they're not going to know how to reach you. So that's another tip. Okay, let's see. All right, Uncle Dan is chilling with the family. Okay, so no worries, no rush, man. Do what you gotta do. Let's see. So above the hook, So Alex's kayak, he's got a Hobie Pro Angler 14, 2018. Is it a 180 drive? I think it's a 180 drive. Those came with 180. So he's selling that because he's trying to get into an Outback, so he can go on the trips like the Islander trip where you can take your kayak on there. The Islander doesn't let you take Hobie Pro Angler 14s or 12s because they're just too big. They have like a rack system where they keep all the kayaks for all the people that are on the trip, and Pro Anglers are just kind of too big to go on the trip. So I think that's why he's trying to sell it. It's working fine. Yep, cool. All right. Another florist, Coronado Island police pretty much told me to go home a couple of nights ago. Parking in the street, walk to the boardwalk to fish off the rocks. This was around 1 a.m. Few people passed by walking dogs. Wow. So even at 1 a.m. they're out there patrolling. That's crazy. Yeah, so there you go. See, it's they're definitely on high alert for people fishing, I guess. But that was another entity. That was Coronado Island Police. All right, so Coronado Island Police will kick you off. So will San Diego lifeguards. And those are the people you're probably more likely to run into at our fishing spots, or San Diego police. Not necessarily a game warden. A game warden probably wouldn't care, according to their website. Okay, let's see. All right, we got 18 people still on the live stream. 17. Thanks for jumping on here, guys. Do you guys have any questions for me? Put it in the chat or call in, and we'll have a little conversation. Don't be shy. It's just us and YouTube. That's funny. Cool. All right. So the other day I mentioned that I'm going to do what's it called? I thought about doing a fun thing, like basically watching a movie in a meeting, in an online meeting. That we can like talk about the movie and just like have fun reminiscing about these old 80s and 90s action movies. I remember watching them with my dad, all the old school ones. Oh, Darren's saying, a one-handed angler saying that rumor has it that Oceanside is still open for fishing. So, yeah, again, it's like I don't know. It's a tough call for me. Like we've pretty much been I work from home, so I've pretty much have always been in quarantine. I would only leave the house to go fish, or to take my kids to school, or to get groceries. Right, those are the three things I would do. And then they closed down the school, so now I only go to get groceries, and then I work from home. So I don't really leave, and I don't fish right now because of the quarantine. So like I've kind of pretty much been in quarantine the whole time. So it's not a major transition for me, like it might be for you guys. I'm already kind of used to being home. But still, if I were to go somewhere and something were to happen, and then I'd have to interact with a bunch of people for whatever reason, now I'm bringing that stuff back to my house, like with my kids and my wife. So is it worth getting bit, or is it worth catching a spotty or two? I don't know. That's the choice that everybody has to make on their own, right? And I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to give you some facts, right? And hang out and have some fun. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see. Leonard asked about the La Jolla gear video. Yes, I'm going to do that ASAP. Basically, the stuff I would recommend you have before you try La Jolla. So I'll be doing that video ASAP. Sorry for the delay. After this broadcast, I have to work on a podcast for the Spear podcast. That's my spearfishing show. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts, it'll be there. It's called The Spear, and I basically interview spear fishermen, and they tell me about their spearfishing journey. So it's pretty fun. And so I have an episode of that to edit and get out before I do the kayak La Jolla fishing video. So that's a plan. Let's see. Trekker 326, the day you learn your normal life. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, exactly right. The day I learned my normal life is called quarantine. That's true. Like, what are you talking about? What quarantine? I'm just doing whatever I used to do. Stay home. Except for not fish. Let's see. Well, that's cool. So Cave Dog's been trying to like get rid of his old Hobie kayak so he can use it as a down payment on a new one. Let me know how that goes. Yeah, dude, if you have to run a bilge pump in your kayak, it's definitely time to get a new one. So you should look into the one that Alex is selling from Above the Hook. I mean, it's a 14. It's got a 180 drive. It's pretty much exactly what I described to you the other day when we were DMing. I think that's like the best value right now is 2018 to I think it's 2017. Can't remember. I think it's 2017 to 2019. They came with a 180 drive, and it's a bulletproof kayak. That's kind of what I'm using, and they're not new anymore, of course. So there's like some real good deals to be had. I like it. I love it because it's super stable. Okay, so let's move on. Did you dive for lobster this season, Ramen? Oh, that's a good question. I dove and saw lobster, but I didn't get a card. I didn't get a card this year, or last season. Didn't get a card last season. I want to do more diving this year, so I am going to get a lobster card when season opens, and try to catch them with my hand. That's basically how it works. We can't here in California. We can't use any kind of like a tickle stick or like a lanyard or like anything like that. We gotta catch him by hand. Oh, here's Jordan calling in. Let me put him up on the. Let's see. Here we go.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
What up? You're on Happy Hour with Roman.
What's up, Roman? It's Jordan.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Thanks for calling
Enjoying
in.
my one day off this week.
Oh, I know, right? Thanks for calling in and opening up the show. And it's been already like, what, 45 minutes? 40 minutes? No callers? Yes, I got a call. Officially, it's a calling show. So, dude, how you been? I haven't talked to you in a long time.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. I haven't seen you since the last day boys.
Oh, yeah. Crazy. So you're in the medical field, right?
Yeah. I'm a pediatric nurse for private community.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. So what's any advice you can give us for this day?
Wash your hands and stay away from people.
Yeah. So yeah, right.
When you go, if you are out and about, when you get home, stick your clothes in the washer and dryer right away, or washer right away.
Yep.
This virus does stick even if you don't come in contact. If you contact something that is contacted or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It just
right.
On your clothes for a minute.
That makes sense. So, yeah, that makes sense.
My scrubs never make it in the house. They are walking basically butt naked.
You burn them. nice. That's crazy.
That's the manscaping.
Right, exactly. less surface area. That's funny. No, so I was watching the news. They said that like those people that were stuck on the cruise ships, they were still detecting that stuff on surfaces in their cabins for like 14 to 15 days after they were out, like on hard surfaces. So that's crazy. Yeah, that's super contagious. Yeah, crazy. So have you
Yeah,
been
it's
able?
no bueno.
Have you been able to fish?
I went fishing La Jolla Saturday, which I went fishing for food, so I loaded up on rockfish and all that other good stuff.
Nice,
And
nice.
then the guys tried to go Saturday, and then it was closed Saturday. Sunday. The guys tried to go Sunday, and everything was closed down. They kind of let you launch, park in the parking lot, and then Monday they go home at the store. They didn't even let you go on the beach.
Wow, wow. Yeah, they were tightening it up. That's crazy. Well, at least you got in one session before the.
Yeah, I got lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man, so now you're gonna
I
have
got lucky.
so. Are you working 6 days a week? Are you working 6 days a week at this point?
Yeah, pretty much because there, some of our staff has been quarantined, or
Oh
they got
yeah.
the regular flu or
So,
some kind of bug, and as soon as you say that you're sick, you stay home,
oh, it sucks,
and it's
dude.
recommended for you to self quarantine if
And you
you're
got
sick.
and then someone else has got to pick up those hours, right? That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, dude,
yeah.
thanks for hanging in there. Jeez. That's like you're doing a critical job, man. That's awesome. Um,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, when you do have free time now, what do you do besides manscape and burn clothes?
I got two little ones your kids age too, so they pick up most of the time now,
Yeah.
because we are doing. I'm with Power Unified School District, so they've been pretty good with giving us a lesson plan for homeschooling.
Nice.
And
Nice.
so when I'm not at work, we're doing the homeschooling, trying to keep them going while they're
Yeah.
not in school.
Oh, man, that's
And
difficult.
then,
Yeah.
and other than that, it's just I'm like you. I've lost 20 pounds since the beginning of the year, and
What?
just
Okay. How
working
did?
out. Yeah,
Let's talk a little
working out
bit.
at home.
Let's talk a little bit about that. How did you do it? Besides like not eating, asking.
Diet.
Diet, right?
No. It's just diet. I'm mostly a pescatarian. Okay, I mostly eat fish.
Perfect.
When I do eat beef or pork, it's the good stuff.
Yeah, like the grass fed stuff.
Yeah, grass fed, wagyu or whatever.
Yeah. Perfect. Got it. That's cool. So you lost 20 pounds?
Yeah, portion control.
Yep.
Instead of eating like sloppy 3 times, I eat small healthy meals 6 times a day.
Oh, okay, cool. I went the opposite route. I went like one meal a day.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And now I'm
I
doing
couldn't do it.
now I'm doing 2
I'm on
meals a
my
day.
feet too much at work.
Yeah, that's true. It's crazy. Cool, dude. Well, thanks for calling in and giving us a quick little update. It's been a while since I talked to you, and I wanted to see how you were doing. Hope
Oh man.
hang in there.
Thanks for having me. I've been having to watch the reruns after everything's done. Usually when you go on, I'm at work. So I got lucky today.
Awesome. Nice. Cool, dude. Well, thanks for calling in.
Hey, I just want to say thanks for doing what you're doing, Roman. Thanks for doing what you do, bro.
This is fun for me. I really enjoy it. So I feel like it's a win-win. If I can entertain you guys for like 2 or 3 minutes a day, I'm stoked, because it's gonna give you a little bit of like fun, even if it's for a couple minutes. So thanks for calling and giving us.
Even when I watch it before I go to sleep, I'm sitting there just laughing.
Nice.
It's
nice.
a good break. Thank you.
I'll tuck you in at the end of the show.
You got
it. All right, buddy. All right, Jordan. Talk soon. Bye. That's awesome. So yeah, that's what it's about. Like I truly enjoy the interaction, and like I didn't realize how out of practice I was, or how much I missed it. Like, when you go to the office, you have like banter with your close work friends, right? For the type of work I do, most of the interactions I have with the people I work with are when something goes wrong, right? So like they're usually like not in a great attitude, so I have to be the calming voice and the positive voice, right? And then work through the issues and get things resolved. And so it's rare for me to speak with friends at work because we usually just chat. And so it's nice to talk to you guys. call me so I can talk to you guys. But it's nice to get the practice. And I realize that I am enjoying that piece of that part of the show. So keep calling in. Even if you don't have anything to say, just call in and say hi, and I'll get you to say something. I've been kind of working on my interviewing chops, and this is also a way for me to practice that. So yeah, thanks for calling in, Jordan. This is cool. All right, let me go back to the chats and read some real quick. I see you people over here cracking up, rolling. Let's see. Oh, Curtis is back in the house. What up, Curtis? Thanks for jumping on again. I haven't talked to you in a really long time. It would be cool if you called in. Let's see what Curtis says. The only good thing I didn't see that is coming out of this is our spot are going to be so pressured. It's going to be like, yeah, right. So that's a good point. So Curtis is saying that like the looking on the bright side, all the burnt out spots that were pressured like crazy are going to be prime when they open it up. We're gonna have those fish are gonna forget about the lures and they're probably gonna be so ravenous when we get back to it that it's gonna be great. See, another Flores said good point on the clothes. Yep, I'm using old clothes to go out to work and leave them outside the door. Yep, that's a really good way to do it. Yeah, jumping in the shower right away. Yeah, I know it's crazy. Okay, let's see. We have another Flores has said he can only imagine all the tuna and yellowfin that haven't seen a hook yet. So that's funny. Let's see. Cave dogs. His diet. He said that he eats what he catches, and he hasn't caught anything in a while, so that's why he's losing weight. That's pretty funny. That's kind of his diet. It's pretty funny. All right, cool. Let's see. We are in about 42 minutes. I want to keep it going for another 10 to 15 minutes. If you guys want to call in. And if you guys want to share the show, that's actually I haven't asked you guys to do that. If you're able to do it, click the share the show and see if we get some more people to jump in here. If you have any questions for me, put them in the chat or call in and we can have a little conversation. I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm going to have a little sip of this. Oh, nice. Nice. So Jordan's catches from Saturday were spitting out red crabs. So that's a really good sign. It's a really good sign. Man, makes me want to go fish. Here's a question for you guys. Do any of you guys play? Oh yeah, let's go back to what I was talking about before the call with Dan. Before the call with Damien, do you guys have? We're talking about about watching a movie in a group, kind of like a group watch. That would be fun. Like I was saying, I like to watch old 90s action movies, 80s action movies. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, those kind of like cheesy action movies with the predictable plot line. But I just think they're awesome. So I'm gonna put up a share. I don't know if we'll do it tonight, because we'll see. I might do it tonight, like at 8:30 or so. I'm gonna watch a movie. I want to watch Universal Soldier. It's been a long time since I watched that movie. It reminds me of my sister, and she's not. And the way that came out, it seems like she's passed away, but she's fine. But it does still remind me of her because we used to watch it and quote it all the time. So I'm gonna probably watch that, and I'm gonna open it up so you guys can jump into that. It's gonna be like kind of like a meeting, and you can watch it with me, and you can talk. We can talk while we're watching the movie, I guess. So it'd be kind of something to try. If that happens, I'll put the link in the Facebook group, Spotty Republic on Facebook, or in the Spotty Republic group on Instagram. If you're not part of those groups, you can ask to join, and I'll approve you. Okay, let's see. Moving on. Leonard, that's a great movie too. Big Trouble in Little China. I love that movie. Fishing San Diego, what up? Welcome. Colin, I'm back. Okay, Colin, welcome back. We're talking about our favorite 90s or 80s or even 200s or sorry, even 2000s action movies like Die Hard and like those kind of movies where it's kind of like just like over the top action and like funny punchlines and tough talk. It's pretty I grew up watching those movies. I enjoy them. So we're thinking about watching one as a group later on if there's enough interest. So Leonard says he likes Big Trouble in Little China. That's a really good movie. Oh, The Golden Child. That's a good one too. That's funny. That's funny. It brings me back. Takes me back to the days of like VHS tapes and going to like Blockbuster. I'm like really dating myself now. That's funny. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Rocky. That's always a good movie. Rocky's actually probably a good movie to watch. Like in these times, you know, you got to persevere, you got to fight through it, and like it'll leave you feeling like it'll keep you motivated. You know what I thought would be funny, to do like one of those action movie training montages, like for one of my videos, to do a like a training montage for fishing, and like do funny things for it. That'd be super fun. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna write that down before I forget it. So like movie training montage for video. Maybe I'll use that as the intro for the things you need to fish La Jolla. Oh yeah, Predator is a really good movie. That's like that movie blew my mind. It was state of the art with the thermoptic camo, where you couldn't see the guy or you couldn't see the predator in the jungle. That was mind blowing at the time. So yeah, that's a super good movie. Alien, yeah. Oh, Alien is a great movie, man. Yeah, I had to figure out which stairs to climb to. I could do like scenes from all of these '90s movies, or these like action movies, and I could just take a bunch of different scenes from different training montages, like running on the beach and lifting logs and stuff, but make it to where it's like fishing related. That'd be fun. That'd be funny. Yeah, exactly. Climb the stairs. Yeah, I know. So true, Uncle Dan. So true. So true. But like, these kids don't know about these movies. Like, I'm gonna make my kids watch all those movies, just not yet. They're still kind of young, but it's gonna be hopefully entertaining for them. Yeah. See, another Flores. It's like those times where you kind of like watch full featured movies. I love being able to create stuff here on YouTube, and I love being watching other YouTubers create stuff. But still, there's nothing like a well shot scene, like a well composed scene, like with beautiful lighting and like where the cinematography is just awesome. Like those are the kind of movies I really enjoy watching too, because it's almost like a moving piece of art if done right. And like a hyper example of that would be like 300, where like the lighting is incredible. It's color graded in an awesome way, and it looks like the comic book. So like I really enjoy those types of movies too. Here's a fun fact for you to make you feel really old. Gladiator, the original movie with Russell Crowe, uh, that movie is hit its 20-year anniversary this year. So I remember when that movie came out, it was like so mind blowing. It was like the best movie I ever saw, and now it's like 20 years old. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. Dude, fishing San Diego, that's a great idea. Lift the pro angler, like that's funny, like as part of the training montage. Uh that's funny. Like squatting that thing. Oh. Or like that's so funny. That'll be like the like, you know what, the training montages like on all those movies like Bloodsport, Kickboxer, Rocky. It's always like when they're first starting out, like when he's chasing the chickens around, he can't even catch a chicken, and then like he's got all these weird training things, and then like towards the end of the training montage, then he catches a chicken, or he actually does the thing he's been trying to do. So to show the progress, right? To show the progress of his training. So like the ending scene for that training montage could be like, yeah, lifting up the pro angler over my head or something like that, or something kind of funny like that. That'd be fun. Okay, let's see. Just saw his. Oh. Yeah, exactly. The things we do in life echo in eternity. That's straight out of Gladiator. I love that quote. That's so funny. Cool. Nice. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and start to wrap this show up. I really appreciate you guys jumping on here and hanging out. It's entertaining for me, and I hope it's entertaining for you as well. Tomorrow, I'm gonna give you guys an assignment. If you guys want to come join the show tomorrow, come with questions. I want you guys all to call in if you can, and come up with a question or something fun like that we can talk about. And even if you just want to call in and say hi, I'll figure out a way to get you to talk. So you call in, I'll make it interesting, and we'll have a good time. Okay? So I'm gonna give you guys another 5-10 minutes to round out the hour, because we started a little bit late because we had to restart. And we're going to keep talking about movies for another 5-10 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. That's just a 10-15 minute warning. Okay. Let's see. Other movies that I enjoyed as a kid. Let's see. Let's see. Definitely a lot of the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies where like he pretty much ends the movie with that same like flying like splits kick. So Kickboxer, Bloodsport, Double Impact, Lionheart or something like that. It's pretty much the same plot line, but it's pretty much the same plot line in all those movies. But it's still super entertaining for me. So yeah, there's so many good movies out there. Oh, I just watched Joker, the new Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix. It's kind of like after the villain in Gladiator. Man, the movie was crazy. It was like so well done. It was just crazy. Cool. All right. Oh yeah, Tombstone. Yeah, that's a good one. Fishing San Diego. Yeah, that's a good one. Tombstone is a good movie. Yeah, the one with Val Kilmer. That was like my favorite version of it. Really good movie. Oh, I love westerns too. I really enjoyed. I like all of the old school. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I like all of the Clint Eastwood movies, the spaghetti westerns. Dude, I love watching those movies. The closest one of the more modern movies that is kind of along the same thread would be like what is it called? Actually, there's a western that Russell Crowe did that's pretty good. I'm spacing on the name. Yeah. So anyway, those are all good movies. The dancing scene he did in the bar. That's funny. All right. This is going to be a divisive one, guys. This is a divisive question. Yeah, I'll be your Huckleberry. That's funny. That's funny. That's so funny. Like one of my favorite quotes from a movie is from Universal Soldier, and that's the reason why I want to watch it again. Is like when he's like, well, the whole premise of Universal Soldier is like he's like a science project soldier, basically brought back from dead, and like he's like like supposed to be like a machine, like a living machine, right? And so he eats a lot, and he's at a diner, and like just eating a bunch of food, and like the waitress is concerned that he's not gonna pay, so the cook comes out and like asks him if he's got money to pay for all the food he's putting down, and like he looks square at him and he's like, I don't want to hurt you, I just want to eat. I thought that was like the funniest quote because the way he says it, and then like it reminds me a lot of my sister because we used to use that on each other all the time when we were like having dinner or like having lunch. It would just be funny to look over and say like, I don't want to hurt you, I just want to eat. So there's a fun little story for you guys. Yeah, Unforgiven is another awesome movie. Really good movie. I think Cold Mountain is a good movie too. I enjoyed that movie as well. That's like kind of in the Western cowboy movie style. Yeah, that's what it is. 3:10 to Yuma with Russell Crowe. That's a good Cave Dog. Thank you for clearing that up. I was spacing on the name. That's a great movie. I really enjoyed that one. All right, so let's wrap this up. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Again, I'm gonna sign it off this time. I'm gonna turn on the little theme music. Here we go. All right, this wraps up another episode of Happy Hour with Roman. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in. And hang in there. I know it's tough. You have to adjust what you've been used to doing and staying home, and just know that this show is going to be here for you 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. I'm going to jump on here, make a fool of myself for your entertainment. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. Come ready with some questions or funny stories, favorite movies. Maybe we talk about cars tomorrow, talk about sports, whatever. It's just keeping it light, keeping it entertaining, and hoping to give you a little bit of distraction, a little bit of something to look forward to in the day. So thanks for jumping on here. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. All right, guys. Good night. And if you're on the Spotter Republic Instagram group or Spotter Republic Facebook group, I might be watching a movie later. Stay tuned, and you'll look in those groups, and you'll see the link if I do decide to watch a movie. All right. The end the stream button is lined up. I'm going to let the song play out, and then I'm going to end the stream. Thanks for watching, guys. Sweet dreams, Jordan.